Hello everyone, Nick here with Scoggin-Dickey. Today's video is not so much of a technical video as much as it is a product explanation video. See, we are the sole distributor of Nick Williams throttle bodies. They've been around for many years now and they're really popular. They're a very high-end throttle body. He's made a few changes recently, so we kind of wanted to go through his range and explain what he still offers and what's changing, the benefits of that, and of course, maybe what you can and can't do. So, let's start off with the cable-driven throttle bodies that he's always offered. These are offered in a 92mm, and of course the 102mm I have here in the anodized black, and yes, machined natural aluminum finish, or of course black anodized finish for you guys that are really trying to go for a look under the hood. I really like these. They use the factory TPS sensor and the IAC valve here. He even includes some nice button head stainless Allen screws to attach those sensors, and the 90-degree fitting for the PCV ventilation system up here for the vent. You can also plug that off. I've done that as well, and that'd be no problem. 92mm, really great. Like we talked about, the Trailblazer SS intake manifold we did a few weeks ago. In that video, we kind of explained how you can use one of these on there. You can also, of course, use this on an LS3 or LS7 intake manifold. For you guys that are using a different operating system to control your engine, say an aftermarket, or maybe you did a 24X, you're putting in a 24X car and using a 24X computer, this is definitely your solution. And of course, the 102s are for like your fast 102R, your Holley high ram, and other sheet metal intake manifolds that use the bigger throttle bodies for you guys that are really running some high boost, probably making some real high power here. What changed was the next step up. Of course, you drive-by-wire guys. He used to offer a 102 drive-by-wire. He'd offer a naturally aspirated version that was a little cheaper, and of course for a little bit more there was a boosted version. This one had upgraded electronics, motors, and of course gears on the inside. The side housing was even shaped a little different. You could actually see the difference between the two. He has decided over time to finally go to a 103 version. This brings the cost down and it helps out the consumer. So now you boosted guys or naturally aspirated guys, you only have to buy one throttle body. They all have the upgraded electronics now. So you boosted guys saved a few bucks here. He always offers these, of course, in his natural, milled billet aluminum finish, or of course the black anodized. The next step up from here is, of course, the 112. These are the real head honcho here. These are for you guys that are running a big Magnuson blower or some real high horsepower turbo stuff. These actually come for LS and LTs. I will tell you a little secret to this. A lot of people have kind of noticed this and we wanted to explain it to you. The electronics on both the LS and the LT for the 112 look identical. But you'll notice that the LS version comes with a little tiny pigtail to adapt to your harness. We wanted to explain that while the exterior cover looks like a newer LT, the inside of these are still different. Of course, the Gen 5 LT engines, they use more of a digital signal to control these, analog for the LS. So you can't use that pigtail on anything else, but you're definitely going to need it, and you can't change these throttle bodies. You can't take a 112 LT, find the right place to buy that pigtail, put on an LS. You're just making it confusing, and of course, you're also probably not going to get it to run right. So give us a call on that. Make sure you get the right part for your application. And of course, for the 112s, you do need to make sure you're running an aftermarket intake manifold that does have the opening that is large enough to handle a 112 throttle body blade like we have here, or of course a ported supercharger snout on some of you guys that are running some of your, Magnuson 2650s, your 2.9, maybe a 4-liter Whipple or anything like that. People call and ask a lot why you pay more for a product like this when there's other cheaper options on the market. We would like to explain to you that these are truly made in the USA. They are made out of a very high quality billet material. They are made in a very high quality facility using the same electronics that are sourced by the OEM. This ensures that you're going to have a high quality product, a product that's going to last a long time, and of course it's not going to give you some problems. Keep in mind that all the drive-by-wire throttle bodies, you are going to need, of course, do some retuning when you plug these in. They need to be able to sense these new signals, these different airflows that you're getting from going from a 92 to a 103 or to a 112. So part of using some cheaper brands that we've heard some complaints about is sometimes they don't work at all. They have problems tuning. That is the benefit of going with a higher end model in the start. You run into less headache, you run into less tuning options, and of course for some of y'all have already had issues or read stories about somebody mid-race having their car shut off because these are starting to malfunction. Nobody wants that. That's no fun. You want high quality the first time. So that's why we recommend these over some of the cheaper ones that you're now starting to find online these days. Now, like the cable-driven throttle bodies that come with a little bit of hardware, they do not come with the mounting bolts. Those you have to source on your own. The electric ones, of course, they don't need hardware for the sensors because the sensors are built into the electronics. But he does, because they are much the thicker flange, he does offer some Allen-headed bolts on those. So you do get the cost benefit of every single electric throttle body coming with the hardware. And as always, we really appreciate you guys stopping by. We do these videos to, of course, explain as many things as we can to some of y'all that are a newcomer to this or have questions about maybe some of the parts for your builds or your concerns. If you have any, please give us a call. Let us know if you have any further questions about the Nick Williams throttle body lineup. And if you have any more ideas for tech videos, of course, we are always trying to keep open ears. So in the comment section below here in Facebook or YouTube, we do read your comments. We do want to hear things that might be confusing you, things that aren't being explained well somewhere else, and you're kind of wanting a straight answer. We very much appreciate you guys for stopping by. Again, please subscribe, like, and share our videos on Facebook and YouTube so we can get as much of this information out to the public as possible. And we'll see you again next week. Thanks.